Okay, so let's try something. Imagine this. It's a Wednesday night, sometime in a not-so-distant April 2026. All the world's cameras are pointed at one place, the White House podium. An announcement is about to be made, one that kind of redraws the geopolitical map. The U.S. has just picked a single, sole mediator for some really high-stakes peace talks with Iran.
Yep, you heard that right. Pakistan. On that very same day, the country's top general lands in Tehran, and their prime minister touches down in Riyadh. I mean, what a diplomatic masterstroke. But you know what? This explainer isn't really about the diplomacy. It's about the people who pulled it off. Because for decades, the world has been looking at a caricature, and this is the moment the curtain finally gets pulled back. So who are they, really? Well, for starters, Pakistanis are constantly, and I mean constantly, misidentified. People either think they're Arabs or they think they're Indians. They're neither. And listen, this isn't about which is better or worse, it's just about getting it right. It's a correction that's way overdue, because the world's mental picture just doesn't line up with what's actually on the ground. Let's start with the capital, Islamabad. You hear the name, and the Western imagination probably jumps to, what, dusty desert landscapes? Well, think again. What you'd actually find is one of the greenest cities in all of Asia. It's this planned metropolis with these huge, clean boulevards, incredible hiking trails right in the city, and a cafe scene that would feel totally at home in, like, Melbourne or Lisbon. Or, okay, let's head over to Lahore, the absolute, undisputed cultural soul of the nation. This city is like a living museum of Mughal architecture, but it's also packed with modern art galleries and hosts these massive literary festivals. And the food, oh man, the food scene, it literally never stops. It's 24/7, serving up some of the most amazing flavors you'll ever taste.
Then you've got the beast, the financial engine, Karachi. It's this sprawling, chaotic, but completely captivating port city of 20 million people. It is a true melting pot. You've got traders, fishermen, artists, and entrepreneurs all jammed together, sharing this coastline and powering the entire national economy.
And you just can't talk about Pakistan without talking about deep history. This is Peshawar. Get this, it's one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities on Earth. It's a living, breathing crossroads at the opening of the legendary Khyber Pass, with bazaars that have been buzzing with life and trade for over 2,000 years. So see, none of these places fit the stereotype. All of them are the real Pakistan.
Okay, so that's the place. But what about the people? You know, anyone who visits, I don't care if they're a vlogger or a seasoned world traveler, they all come back talking about one thing above all else, the hospitality. But just saying they're kind or nice doesn't quite get to the heart of what's going on. It's something deeper.
This number, $200, it tells such a powerful story. Back in 2019, an American travel vlogger named Drew Binsky landed in Pakistan and took out $200 from an ATM. Weeks later, he left the country with that exact same $200 still in his pocket. Why? Because absolutely no one would let him pay for anything. Not for food, not for a ride, nothing.
And look, this wasn't some one-off fluke. Here's a Canadian vlogger, Nolan Somyer, who just puts it out there, plain and simple. He's comparing his experiences, and he says that in Pakistan, the first instinct people have is to give, to host, to share with you. The pattern is just so consistent. Foreigners show up expecting danger and leave obsessed with this unbelievable warmth. So what's really driving this? It's not just generosity. It's a deep cultural code of honor. You see, hosting someone, even a total stranger, even if it's just for a cup of tea you can't really afford, is an act of personal dignity. The host isn't doing you a favor, you're letting them fulfill a moral duty. And that's why, and this is wild, people will literally chase you down the street if you try to leave money on a table. By trying to pay, you've accidentally broken the code.
Okay, so if you really, really want to understand the Pakistani psyche, you've got to look beyond the hospitality and look at their humor. It's sharp, it's self-deprecating, and most importantly, it is defiant. It's a national signature that's been forged through decades of just everything.
And this is just brilliant. It perfectly illustrates the point. A while back, India produced a whole bunch of these big-budget, super nationalistic movies designed to provoke and insult Pakistan. So what was the reaction? Anger? Protests? Nope. Instead, Pakistanis took the soundtracks from those very films and turned them into the most popular wedding dance songs of the year. They were literally dancing at weddings to music written to humiliate them. I mean, how do you even begin to respond to that?
And this isn't just some old story, it's a living, breathing part of the culture. During those same peace talks we started with, when U.S. official J.D. Vance landed in Islamabad, the internet just exploded. Within hours, there were AI-generated pictures of him eating a traditional breakfast, showing up on a local morning show, getting hopelessly lost after asking for directions. The entire national response to a tense political moment was just to create this shared, hilarious, absurdist comedy.
And that right there, that gets to the very heart of it. After living through decades of war, economic chaos, and political turmoil, Pakistanis have learned that laughter is a form of power. It's not just some coping mechanism. It's a really profound statement of resilience. It's a choice to laugh anyway, and that choice is one of the most defiant things a people can do.
All right, so let's bring this all together. Let's connect this amazing culture of honor and this defiant sense of humor back to that diplomatic breakthrough we started with. Because the truth is, the country's cultural weight has always been huge, even if its reputation hasn't always matched up.
I mean, the cultural exports are just staggering. Coke Studio is this musical phenomenon that's watched obsessively even in rival countries. The voice of Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan still echoes in halls all over the world. Urdu poetry isn't some niche thing. It's the national language for everything that matters: love, loss, politics. And just look at the global stars, from Riz Ahmed to Grammy winner Arooj Aftab and two-time Oscar winner Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. What's really incredible is how Pakistani women are consistently outperforming the men on the global stage. So just think about it for a second. The people who showed up to mediate between two global powers, the ones who pulled off this incredible diplomatic feat, they are the very same people who will chase you down a busy street because their code of honor won't let you pay for a cup of tea.
They're the exact same people who meet aggression and propaganda, not with rage, but by turning it all into a wedding dance. They're the ones who respond to a crisis with a perfectly timed, hilarious meme.
And that's the whole key right there. They weren't doing anything new or different during those peace talks. It's just that the world was finally seen them for who they have always been. That competence, that grace under pressure, it was there all along, just hidden behind a thick wall of stereotypes.
I mean, this is a people who have absorbed unimaginable challenges. Decades of war fought by other countries on their soil, crippling economic crises, and just this relentless negative story being told about them by the outside world.
And yet their collective response has never been bitterness. It has been to offer you tea. It has been world-leading charity. It has been laughter in the face of the absurd. It has been music that crosses every border. And above all, it has been an insistence on their own dignity that no amount of outside pressure has ever been able to break.
And that really is the takeaway. It's a distinct people with a distinct culture and a story that is finally, and deservedly, being understood on its own terms. Not Arabs, not Indians, just Pakistanis.